Okay, let's talk about some families of Microchiropteran bats, suborder Microchiroptera. Again, we're going to deal with the older traditional classification of bats here into the Megachiroptera and Microchiroptera, although both the lab manual and the textbook also referred to them nowadays as the Yangochiroptera and okay. Anyway, first group that we're going to talk about in the Microchiroptera are the Phyllostomidae. The Phyllostomidae. These are the leaf-nosed bats. These are the leaf-nosed bats, and I've got two species on your handout here. The first one I think you'll find of a lot of interest, and that's this animal. This is the common vampire bat, Desmodus rotundus. Okay, now there's a lot of mystique and mystery associated with the vampire bat, that it flies around and gloms onto your neck and sucks your blood, and especially with Halloween coming up and so on, but nothing could be further from the truth. This animal is, you'll see it doesn't have, I wish I had a card to put under it. So yeah, should have a paper here. Let's see. Let's stick this paper under it so you can see it more clearly. Okay, so you can see it doesn't have a tail, and it looks like, in some respects, like a tailless small mammal with 4 limbs. It's got 2 hind limbs and 2 very slender forelimbs. And those are its thumbs, the hallux, the first digit of its wings. And it can actually walk on the ground on those limbs, and that's actually what it does. Often it'll fly around at night and it'll look for cattle that are sleeping on the ground, or other mammals for that matter, but cattle are often a familiar target to these guys. And they used to be in a family of their own, but now they're grouped in with other leaf-nosed bats in the Phyllostomidae, and they will fly in and crawl on all fours, the 2 hind feet and their thumbs, the hallux, phalanges, up to the ankles or the wrists of cattle. And they have very sharp incisors, as I'll show you in a moment, and they'll pierce the skin of the sleeping animal or resting animal, and they have an anticoagulant in the blood, and with that, the blood begins to flow and they begin to lap it up at the same time. So this is Desmodus rotundus again, and they begin to lap it up. Well, blood by itself contains a lot of water, so they could fill up pretty quickly on that. So they start processing it right away. So not only do they start lapping it up, but they also start urinating right away to start concentrating the meal, and they get rid of as much of the water content out of that meal. And that might all sound very disgusting, but it's actually very efficient. And let's see if you can see the teeth here. Let's see if you can. I'll try to zoom in on the teeth. This is an actual skull of a vampire bat. There are very good diagrams in your textbook, actually. Figure 399, some photographs of skulls showing the teeth and how sharp they are for this very purpose. Oops, having trouble zooming in here without it jumping around. But this is a skull. And there you can see the teeth. Let's see if I can do it a little better. See those sharp incisors. It's a little fuzzy. They're sharp on the lower jaw as well, but especially on the upper jaw. And you'll see this in particular in the figures on page 233 in your textbook. So these are the notorious common vampire bats of Central America and Mexico. Okay. Desmodus rotundus, tailless, pretty characteristic looking. Okay, I'm going to leave this one aside and show you another leaf-nosed bat as well. Not quite as scary. Okay. Oh yeah, actually I have a diagram here as well that shows the teeth. There you can see those sharp teeth, but the diagrams in your textbook are even more distinctive. So anyway, I so wish you guys could see these in the lab for yourselves. Okay, the next bat I want you to see on your handout is the California leaf-nosed bat, Microchiroptera californicus. And this is a beautiful bat. This specimen doesn't really do justice to it. They have huge ears, and they have a leaf on the nose as well. They have large wings, and I'm going to get back to wing size and shape later on, but because of the wing size and shape, they don't migrate. They can't migrate great distances, and they're found in the desert regions of Southern California and Arizona and Mexico, and they're the only big-eared bat in North America that has a nose leaf, so they are distinctive in that regard. The nose leaf on this specimen is a little indistinct in that it is dried out, but in the living specimen they're really distinctive. These are insect eaters. They're also unusual in that they will prey on living caterpillars. Most bats don't do that. The other thing is that they will also eat fruit on occasion as well. There's a nice write-up on them on the Arizona Sonora Desert Museum website, so I'll put a link to that on our on Blackboard, on the Blackboard site for the bats as well. So this is Microchiroptera californicus. It's also in the family Phyllostomidae. With the vampire bat, the Desmodus rotundus. Now, you notice I'm not showing you the skull on these bats. For most of these, it's too difficult to show you the skulls online. So that's the family Phyllostomidae, the leaf-nosed bats.